All right, guys, we are down here in Mt.Vernon, Indiana, right off the Ohio River. It is beautiful down here. If you get a chance, you need to come and check this out. See if we can get down here a little closer to the river. But anyways, this is this town was initially founded in the early 1800s, like 1806, 1811, something like that. I couldn't remember exactly what the date was, but early 1800s. And this was called McFadin's Bluff. That was the initial name of this city. And then it was later named in honor of General George Washington, as you know, his plantation was called Mt.Vernon. It has some ties with the Revolutionary War, but check this out. They've got swings up here, which is what my wife wanted to come down here today, because it's just really peaceful to set on these swings, and I'll show you those in a minute. But set on those swings and just sit and watch the barges and boats and all that, all the cool stuff roll up and down this river. Anyways, check that out. We're just right basically on the west end of Indiana, right down at the tip. So just across the way over here is, or just across the river, I'm sorry, over here is Kentucky. But got a few barges out here right now, as a matter of fact. I'm gonna try to get down here a little closer to the river. But anyways, this has got Civil War ties. Lincoln had a judge here that he visited by the last name Pitcher. So he's visited Mt.Vernon many times. Our 16th president. And so he's been here during the Civil War. They had some hospitals and stuff here. The Red Cross set up here for, I think they ended up having like 17,000 men from this area in Posey County that were firmly on the Union side. And during Civil War they had the Red Cross set up. Also another interesting fact about this town too is that 1937 they had this river crested 59 feet, which again brought in the National Guard and the Red Cross, and yeah, it was pretty devastating. That's the same flood. There's a town that is just across the river in Illinois. There was Shawneetown, and in that 1937 flood, which I do want to get to at some point, and we'll vlog that. But in that 1937 flood, that town actually had to, and I mean it was built up and established. It had to relocate completely. There's still some remnants of what's called Old Shawneetown, and they had to move it up the river about 10 miles, and it's now called New Shawneetown. But I do definitely want to get there because there's a B&O Railroad ran from Shawneetown to Beardstown in Illinois. So there is an old, what I believe, if they haven't moved it. It's an old B&O Railroad depot there in old Shawnee Town, and they've got the old bank, but we're definitely going to take a look at that. But anyways, back to Mount Vernon, the flood of 1937. Like I said, it didn't destroy the town, thank goodness. Oh, there's some fish that just jumped up. It didn't destroy the town. There was a little town just down the river here that it just practically washed it away. So anyways, just kind of gives you an idea. But like I said, right in front of me, check it out. There's a barge there. Let's see if we can. Yep, there's one right over there. It'd be cool to see if we could get one running through here. But anyways, I'm in pursuit. CSX runs through this town, so I'm in pursuit for a train. But I thought I'd come down here and just show you guys just how beautiful this is down here. It's right along the river here. I'm not sure what this was. Let's check out that. Got that little log there, just halfway into the river. Try not to get muddy. But anyways, I'll kind of go up and we'll go through those. Now there's a little bit of everything. Like I said, the guy that founded this was a McFadin. So this used to be called McFadin's Bluff here in Mount Vernon. But like I said, it's definitely worth the trip. For sure, there's a little town called New Harmony that's really cool, just right up the river here. And I did some filming there last year, but I'd like to get back over there and do some filming as well. But there you can see it. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what this is, but like I said, it's got a little beam here. Ugh, I don't want to get muddy. All right. Oh, cool. Looks like it snapped. Looks like the water. So I had some water damage and it just snapped. Look at that. Wow. Pretty cool. But anyways, I'm gonna jump up here in just a little bit and we'll go through. I'll show you the upper part of the river here, the riverfront as well. Again, we are in Mount Vernon, right off the Ohio River. And no barge action yet. But all right, I'll check back with you in just a minute. Let's talk about the flood of 1937. We talked about that earlier, about the one of the worst floods in the history of our nation at that time. That's when they both Mississippi and Ohio both flooded. And like I said, it said the river crested in Mount Vernon at 59 feet. During the worst of the flood, Mount Vernon became a haven for flood-stricken victims from and throughout the area. You can read through it. Here it talks about the riverfront on Water Street. The early mills of the day. That's a replica of the early mill that was here. In operation by 1810. Here it talks about the Civil War. 17,000 men, approximately 1,000 other able-bodied men from the country served in the Home Guard. This is the hoop pole fight. And then in 1812 they had the earthquake, the New Madrid earthquake. All right, this is the garden up here in Mount Vernon. They've got all kinds of different flowers in this garden up here, but here's the plaque on the facts, the Ohio River facts. The Ohio River is 980 miles long. Wow, that's long. Starts in Pittsburgh off the Allegheny and Mongolia rivers. I think I said that right. And ends in Cairo, where it flows into the Mississippi River. 6 states: Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and West Virginia. Anyways, it kind of gives you some facts about the cargo, which I know some of them double stacks and single stacks are coming down when they go down to Paducah, Kentucky. We got a line there where it branches off just about 15 miles out of town, and that line runs straight to Paducah. Hey, we got a barge. We got a barge. Well, we got a barge. Let's take a look. These guys are a lot easier to catch than trains. They go a little slower. I didn't see this guy down the river, so that's pretty cool. Now I gotta try to get down this hill. Oh, and at 43, it's not getting any easier. See if we can jump down here real quick and catch his barge. Now I'm just a little bit up the river here. See what that says. I can't tell what that says. Here's one sitting over here too. A couple of them. There he goes down the river, heading towards Evansville. All right, we're over here in Mt.Vernon, Indiana, and we are over at North Cemetery. This is the cemetery, we were back on the riverfront that we were talking about that had the cholera outbreak. And the little girl, this is in memory of the little girl, Juliet North, who died of cholera in 1834. At one time on this hill, this is all that's left, but at one time on this hill there was 500 graves. This cemetery closed in 1899, and this is all that's left. But they had over 80 cholera victims, so you can see you can see the hill. It spans from here. This is called Hedges Hill here in Mt.Vernon. So one time this was filled with graves. This is all that's left of it. Looks like they fenced it off, but I don't even know if the little girl's grave is here now or not. Let's see if we can read any of these. Here's one right up front. Oh, no, you can't get in. They've got it. Here's one right up front. Abram Tyson. And I cannot read that. 1849. 1849. Looks like it was. He died in 1849. Let's see here. There's James. There's one 1801. There's that one there, 1801 to 1849. Hard to believe, though, that at one time that there was over 500 graves here. But here's the plaque right here. North Cemetery, 1834 to 1899, in memory of over 500 souls. Wow. May they rest in peace, Posey County. So pretty cool stuff here. Like I said, it would have been pretty crazy to think that there's 500 graves here, but this is all that's left. They did fence it up, it looks like, so yep, it's locked up, so it's hard to see. I can't really see any of the rest of them. Some of them you can't read, some of them aren't legible at all. Pretty cool. But there it is. There's one right there, that stone right there in the middle. Maybe that's, I don't know. I can't really see. We'll go around here. So many of them are weathered, you can't read them. But yep, that's pretty cool. Hedges Hill, right here, Hedges Hill in Mount Vernon.